When will you start receiving regular orders? Do Etsy shops grow slowly? How do you prepare for Cyber Week and Black Friday? And what kind of products are the best selling? In today's video, I'm going to answer all of your questions and more. And these are all Etsy questions that I have never answered before. If you're new here, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan Jarris, and I'm an Etsy seller of 7 years. I've sold over $1.5 million in revenue on the platform, and that's over $1 million in profit. But here on YouTube, I love providing free value, tips and tricks. And in this video, I would love for you, if you're watching this, to leave a comment. I just want you to put your 30-day revenue. I think it'd be really interesting to learn a little bit more about who you guys are and what stage in your business you guys are at. How long after improving SEO pictures, descriptions, and keywords can you see results? Is it instant? I like to say wait 3 to 4 weeks. I've literally had people though who have applied my SEO lesson, they've applied it to their shop, and then they see sales the next day. I say 3 to 4 weeks. Let the algorithm catch up with things. This isn't day trading. Let it marinate for like 3 to 4 weeks. How do you list free offers? Well, you can't actually list something for free, but what you could do is a 75% discount and then a full refund once they purchase. What kinds of products are best selling? Is it by seasonal products, or what products are best? Honestly, holiday themed seasonal products, I do not find those to be the best selling. If you look at the 12-month revenue on, let's say, a Christmas themed item versus the 12-month revenue on something that is more evergreen in your shop, I don't think you're going to see a huge difference. You might see higher revenue in a shorter period of time. In the off season, it kind of all balances out. So I recommend looking at your average revenue per month per listing and focusing your energy there. If you are looking at spending time in product development, and if you are a one-person show, I recommend not putting that time and energy into something that's only going to be selling for 4 weeks. If you have extra time, sure, like have fun with it. But if your time is very limited, I would not put all your eggs in the basket of an item that only sells in December. It's just so high risk. I want you to be seeing a payoff for months and months and years, not for the next 4 weeks. I'm all about building a business that is long-term and consistent and sustainable so that you could actually quit your job at some point and rely on this consistent income from Etsy. I'm on Etsy since 2013 selling plants, and my sales are declining every year. Why? This is very interesting. One thing I would look at is the people who do buy your plants. What else are they buying? What are they favoriting? I would go through every person who's bought something from you, your last 100 orders, look at what else they are coming to Etsy for. If you are selling only plants, how can you serve that same customer in more ways? How do you drive up the lifetime value of your current customers? If you are relying on only plants, you are limiting yourself quite a bit. So maybe you'd want to add in those like plant scissors, right? Cutting shears, whatever those are, like a watering can or like a plant spritzer. I clearly don't have plants. Not real ones anyway. Maybe you want to add in something like print-on-demand blankets or something that has kind of an aesthetic that people who fill their house with plants enjoy. What I think could be happening is that your product mix should naturally be evolving here. What was your bestseller 2013 to 2015, it should not still be your bestseller today. If it is, then we haven't evolved enough. So I would want to work with you on your product mix. That's the next step. Is it feasible to sell physical products from a non-US country? Absolutely. I have students from all over the world doing this. 35 countries actually. So you absolutely can, whether you're shipping it yourself or whether you're using a production partner like print on demand, you can absolutely do this. Do you have any suggestions for the new optimized prices feature? Yes, I do. Etsy wanted me to take a silk flower, right? A purple silk flower. I buy it for 30 cents and I sell it for $2.99. They wanted me to sell it for $12. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to do that. I recommend really using discretion here. I think there's a lot of work to be done with this. I do not recommend just going down, boom, 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 taking whatever price they recommended. Optimizing pricing, there's a lot that goes into that. And it's not the same across every category. Different categories have different pricing strategies. I recommend using a dynamic pricing strategy that you do for your own shop with your own listings, different pricing strategies for different stages of your business. I don't think Etsy is taking into account the age of the listing. It's another huge thing. The perception of your shop and the history of your shop and the goals of your shop. Someone's goal might be to make $1,000 a month. Someone else's goal might be to make $50,000 a month. Different pricing strategies to get to those levels. So I would just keep an eye on that for entertainment purposes and do your own pricing strategy. Best way to make the first orders. I have a cohesive product mix, but 0 reviews. I would like to look at your product mix because a lot of times it's easy for us to say that our product mix is cohesive. Sometimes that's just because you've looked at it from months or for weeks or for days. And it looks cohesive because you've looked at it enough. So I think sometimes having an outside perspective on your product mix can help. I would also like to look at your pricing strategies, and I would do some competitor analysis and also your SEO. Like if that's missing, it doesn't matter what your price is, what your product is, you're not going to get found. It's going to be optimization and a really great pricing strategy to start with. What is your course including? So our course actually comes with coaching, 24/7 coaching from myself and my team of coaches. So there are 9 of us right now where we are available to you 24/7. We always try to respond within 24 hours of you asking your question. We do full video coaching, which means we're actually making you videos of your shop and your listings, and we are pointing out exactly what to fix. We'll type out new SEO for you. We'll give you customized pricing strategy, whatever you need. Anything we can legally help you with, we will. We are not CPAs and we're not attorneys, but if you need help with product ideas, right? Competitor analysis, whole shop audits, listing audits, sourcing help, supplier help, whatever you need. And then we have Zoom calls, and those are 3 to 4 times per month on the weekends. And that's where you can come on with me. It's kind of like office hours. You can ask your questions in person and we'll go through anything you want there. How much money does it take to start working as a beginner? I sent you a message on Instagram. Hopefully we messaged you back. To start working as a beginner, you really don't need anything. You could do digital products, right? Maybe you're paying for Canva membership or something like that. It can be less than you spend on Starbucks in a week. Anyone who says they're too poor to start an Etsy shop, I think that's kind of an excuse, to be honest. Okay. Can I change my current Etsy shop to an LLC without opening a new shop? Absolutely. You just update your tax information. So swap out your social security number for the EIN. What if your shipping costs are higher than the product itself? No big deal. Happens all the time. Maybe consider doing free shipping over $35. That could encourage multi-item orders. It'll drive up your order number. I sell tons of items that are less than $5 and people are paying like $7 to ship it. So not a big deal. What really matters is the value proposition. So that combination of the listing photo and the price, you want that to be competitive. Is it okay, the same description for similar products? Same product, different colors? Absolutely. Just tweak it, right? I always recommend having a skeleton framework for your descriptions, reusing that framework instead of writing a new description every time. Printed pattern, mailed, or digital download of same pattern has to be 2 different listings. You could have it as 1 listing and have it as a physical item, and then you just email the digital item. How do you prepare for Cyber Week, Black Friday? Think about your price points. Price points are everything for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So make sure that your price points are compelling. Think about your price point first, your product second. Know exactly the price point that you want to be at every day and the price point that you want to discount to. Choose your price points first, and I would recommend focusing your time and energy on items that are $30 or less. That will really help you get traction during that time. My shop has 0 sales from the day I opened it. Should I start a new optimized shop to boost it? It depends how old your shop is. If it's 2 months old or older, I would kill it and I would start a new shop. If it is 1 month old, depends how bad, how unoptimized it is. I would take a look at the traffic in that situation before making a recommendation. I would say more than 1 month old, leaning towards starting over. Tips on staying organized and on top of everything when sales are growing quickly. Hire help. Hire help. Now, if sales are growing quickly, keep an eye on your profit because you really want your profit to be growing quickly, if not quicker. What I don't like seeing is when people's sales are, skyrocketing and their profit is like nothing. Their sales are skyrocketing, they have no time, and they're making no money. We got to fix that first. So we got to get your time back. We got to get your hourly wage up. So focus on your hourly wage when you're working on your shop. Now, if you are really driving up your hourly wage with some dynamic pricing strategies, then I would take a look at what to get off of your plate. I actually just hired a house manager this week, and I love being able to do this because it's a military spouse who lives close by. She is able to work 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's basically taking so much off of our plates, my husband and I. I would recommend doing things like that if your time really is maxed out and you've pulled the price levers to drive up your hourly wage. Then you want to start buying your time back in other ways, and that is through outsourcing. Outsource things you don't like to do. I can't manage my shop anymore as it expands fast. What and how can I outsource? All right, these questions kind of lead into each other. First, I would make a list of things you don't like. With this list, it's not just things you don't like in your business, it's things you don't like in your life, things you don't want to spend your time doing. And then make a list of things that you're doing that you're not very efficient at or not good at. Maybe it's not in your wheelhouse. Do not outsource outsource the things that you are good at and that you like. I wouldn't be quick to outsource things that you're good at that you don't like, because you might actually have a lot of leverage doing that thing. That could be a VA, virtual assistant. You could literally have a full-time virtual assistant who is very affordable running your shop for you. If you want all the back-end stuff done, if you want them to create all your listings, maybe packaging and fulfillment, maybe it's full production. Maybe you want to outsource every piece of the business. So you just watch the orders come in and you know you have all the people in place to execute. It just depends on what you want your life to look like. Does Etsy grow slowly? It grows slowly. I would say your first 100 orders. I see a month for 100 orders being a very realistic thing if you're fully optimized and your products are on point. But if you're sitting out here with an Etsy shop that is like 6 months old and you have like 10 sales, you are growing too slowly. Something is wrong. If it's not your pricing or your SEO, then it's probably the product. And I think that can be a tough realization for people to come to. They think they've optimized everything possible. They think, why aren't people buying? Product can cause it to grow slowly. When will I start receiving regular orders? If you can get your shop to the point where you're at 100 to 200 sales, you should be able to pull levers at that point to start building consistency. You've worked out a lot of the product market fit issues. So there's different levers to pull: pricing, right? People, design, color, style, ads, careful with that one, but social media, Pinterest, right? Facebook strategy, building in and baking in consistency. All right, if you need help with your shop, if you need help doing these things, if you'd like us to just go into your shop, make you a video and point out what to fix, feel free to reach out, schedule a call with us with that link below in the description, and we're happy to talk to you and even just show you what it would look like. All right, we'll see you guys in the next video.